Now I know I shouldn't have had to make this video, but this video is just me talking about the Xenoverse 2 community again. Since it's not even the first time I talk about how toxic the community is, but I want to say how basically how the community has been in a hot mess, and how the fan base is getting way too toxic. Now, I want to go again into details of that because I stumbled across a tweet while I was on Twitter, and from Go Ghetto, and he says Xenoverse 2 fans are low key insufferable. I get not liking Sparkly Zero as much as Xenoverse, but calling it ugly is just hurtful. Man, how hilarious how this post doesn't even get tried to make effort to compare the games, and yet people still come here to shit on the eater. And just to be clear, since I didn't include it in the original post, y'all Sparkly Zero fans can be dicks too. Now, what he was actually referring to is that that people are calling this game ugly because the reasons. One is the renders of the characters, like the models. They're calling it ugly. How they've been drowsed with oiled, and it's just that argument should have been left out in 2016, and it just gets way worse from here. Some even people say that this game is dog shit, which is not, and some even people even claim that this game is slop. Like, this game is not even a brainwashed slop game. It's a Dragon Ball game created by Bandai Namco. In fact, some people really go on the raid to hate on this game just because that the models are bad and how dog shit it is. People are just saying that because it may not be true Xenoverse fans. I'm not saying I'm basically referring to everyone, but I only refer to some people who are saying that this game is dog shit just because that the models look nothing like anime accurate. But it's just like when people are just trying to I don't know, try their best on not trying to call this game ugly. But it's like I said, it's very hurtful to say a things to this game like that. That's how not only the community is toxic like that, but the entire fan base is toxic as well. And also, people in the Sparkling Zero community also say that Sparkling Zero is slop and Sparkling Zero will flop and Sparkling Zero is the worst game ever, which that is the exact same situation and that to the Xenoverse 2 problem. Like, these Xenoverse 2 and Sparkling Zero are good games. They're not bad games. There are a bunch of bad games out there. There are many consoles over the years. But some people really are saying those games in a bad way, and it's just very, very stressful to see how people say that, man, this game is dog shit. I didn't want to spend like a penny or money to play this game because it's dog shit. The models are good, the gameplay's ass, and everything on top of the game, and it doesn't even know what the gameplay's is. It's ass. It's ass. Like, those are the people that say a bunch of those things about that. Or somebody say, no, I don't think it's game ass. I think it's way, but there's another word for ass. It's pure garbage. That's some other people who said this game in the wrong way, because it's not ass, it's not garbage. Xenoverse 2 and Sparkling Zero are good games, like I said before. Some people have issues of why Xenoverse fans and Sparkling Zero fans are different breed, because they ended up saying things the wrong way, and not only just that, Xenoverse 2 just has its final DLC, which was like, I think it was like weeks ago. And now some people might, and I know it has like mixed reactions because some people say the DLC is good, people say the DLC is bad, some people say that the DLC is not worth the money. Well, some people ended up buying the DLC because they want to see the ending of the game. They want to see how this game ends. They want to see how they lock the ultra superhero skill and everything like that. So it's just like why people are just so purposely just like so toxic because they say that this game is dog shit because of the models, which I always explained before. In fact, why are of course, sure, the models of Xenoverse 2 are very ugly and basically look like they're oiled up, but they did improve the models, like for Mini Goku, Broly, the restrained version, Dragon Ball DBS base form Broly. What else that I got? Belmod, and I try to think of what else that has had improved the models. Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Daima Vegeta. I think that's pretty much it. And those models improve because they don't use the shiny shading things. That's why people use like mods to like mods. No, not modded saves, but PC mods to make the characters look better, like vanilla mods. Like, yeah, sure, people can say, but vanilla mods are way worse than the original models. Like, listen, I only know what you're saying. This is not what is that. The vanilla shaders are not even an ass. They're just improvements. And now, so in conclusion, I think Xenoverse fans and Sparkle Duo fans needs to learn that even though some games can have some major flaws, like Xenoverse 2 having the worst models, or some people say that the game is dog shit, whether with Sparkle Zero saying that that it's gonna flop because it's the worst game ever. I don't think they're not, like I said this one more time. Xenoverse 2 and Sparkling Zero are not bad games. They're owned by the same company, by Bandai Namco, and they're both developed by different companies. So, if you are true Sparkling Zero fans, if you are true Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 fans, you should know that you should both like both of these games because they're your favorite games to play. My favorite Dragon Ball game is Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, and I played it. I played it for 9 years, and yeah, it's just a bit. It's just immediately yeah. I'm really stuttering a lot because it's very hard to basically talk when it comes to like this argument about the Xenoverse 2 and the Sparkling Zero argument. But overall, I think these arguments are stupid, and I really wish some people, Xenoverse 2, and basically some people in the Sparkling Zero community, needs to fix up. And like I said before, the Xenoverse 2 community, it has been a hot mess, and its fan base is also in a hot mess right now. We're full of people in toxic states, and some people talking bad about the game. And I really wish that Xenoverse 3's community does not look bad as it is. But like I said, I've been in this community for years. And that's all I gotta say. So, if you guys like this video, give it a like and subscribe. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter, formerly known as X. As always, this is Tomas Matis signing off. I'll see you guys later. Peace.